G'day! I'm Liz. I'm heading out for a short 4-day solo canoe trip. I'm heading off to Madawaska, go north into the park there, and I'll take off on Farm Lake. Okay, we're just pulling into Madawaska, and I'm gonna head right onto on Major Lake Road. We're just crossing the Madawaska River here. A few minutes ago we crossed the Opiongo River. We're gonna get to Major Lake Road, follow it up to Farm Lake, and then I'll take off. But you'll notice the windshield wipers going because it's raining. Seriously? Gonna get my pants wet. Anyway. Ow, ow, ow. G'day, I'm Liz. I canoe it. Today I'm taking off from the Shell Lake access point. Shell Lake is very close to another lake over that way called Shall Not Lake. Who thinks these names up? I'm going to just over to Booth Lake for tonight, and then the next night I'm taking a real easy trip to Mole Lake. Short and easy trip. Made it across Farm Lake and Kitty Lake, and the Kitty Lake portage the portage into Kitty Lake. That's short and easy. Now I'm on the portage from Kitty into Booth Lake. Looks nice, eh? Of course, it's still drizzling. Every single time I go on a solo trip, I'm wearing my rain gear. It's still fun. And you know, the white birch, they're so pretty. They're still vibrant green even in the dark drizzle. I'm going back to get my canoe. Nice boardwalk over the mud. I had to show you that. Nice green. It looks so green with the wetness. And now we're going uphill a little bit. Nice rocks. There's a really steep, short, but steep downhill. I met a whole bunch of people coming across the portage, so I'm guessing they left a lot of empty sites on Booth Lake for me. Here we go down the hill. I better watch where I'm going. Hey, I made it to Booth Lake. As you can see, it's still drizzling, almost trying to rain. Nice beach I got here. No sun to lay out and enjoy it though. I think it's maybe the third site in to Booth Lake. Not sure. But I got almost all set up in here. Quite nice in here. I got my tarp up. Brought a big extra tarp this time because it always rains. Now I got a lot of living space under there. That's nice and dry. Don't have my hammock up yet. Hammock's in the bag. It's gonna come up next. I got this nice table. Pretty good benches around the fire pit. I like those big grills in the fire pit to cook on. And I'll cook on my stove under the tarp if it keeps raining. And way back here, way back, it was hard to find the thunderbox, let me tell you. Back there, there's a sign, and then there's tags on the trees to help you find it, but I'm telling you, it's way back there. But the rain brings out these really cute toadstools. So cute. But I'll show you one way back here. That's just phenomenal. I don't remember seeing one quite that color before. But there you can see the sign for the thunderbox. You gotta go hunting. This way, that way, and the other way. Of course, you can't go that way. So the path goes this way. But it's a beautiful forest. Lots of red pines and cedar. A few white pines, white birch and white pines. But couldn't find a tree for the rope box. There, look at this. Pretty cool fungus. That is just so cool. It's almost a yellow lime color. Really pretty on the red pine needle floor. There, you can see a tag on the tree there. Up the hill, around the corner, is the thunderbox. And the only tree that had a half-decent branch that I could reach. And I tried, let me tell you, I tried some other ones. I tried and I tried and I tried and I finally got it over, but the food bag's gonna hang practically right above the thunderbox, but I guess that will deter the bears from coming anywhere near it. I would hope not that there's any bears. I think you got more trouble from the chipmunk that's probably invading my stuff right now. Oh, so it's all on the ground under the tarp. Chipmunks, sometimes there's lots of raccoons too, but I've only seen them at one campsite in the 10 years I've been camping. Should have started sooner. People keep telling me. But I'm enjoying it now, even in the rain. Gonna make some coffee soon, since starting to rain a little more. Gonna sit under there and enjoy a coffee. Good morning. I'm packing up. Got most of everything packed up. The tarp's always last. I got my bug net on because it's been raining all day last night, and it was drizzle and rain all night and all day yesterday. So it's quite buggy, and it's impossible for me anyway to get a fire started because everything's wet. Everything's very soggy. So I got my one pack ready to go back there at the water. Give it a try. Yesterday, while tying up my tarp, that always goes up first. I got line stringing everywhere. But it makes a big, looks like a ginormous tarp, but it sure is good for when it's rainy. I got a place to live under there with the mosquitoes. On my way here, I only encountered a couple of bugs, a couple of deer flies, one horse fly, and in the day there was no mosquitoes, but at night they sure came out. But over here, you'll see I left a little bit of rope lying there. I'm not going near that spot because there's a beehive in the ground in a tunnel down there. I found out when I was tying up that rope, but I'm not going back to get it. Tried to figure out how to leave a note, but it's so wet it won't last. So beware. Beware of when you're tying up stuff in the ground, near the ground. There could be bees' nests. But this is a pretty nice site if it was dry. It's pretty anyway. I'm paddling down McCarthy Creek towards Mole Lake. I got rocks on the one side, bright green grass, and swamp on the other side. Of course, it all starts in the swamp. Over there, I got some geese. I was looking for a moose, and I saw a goose. Way behind the goose, there you'll see a big beaver lodge. I'm wondering if I have to cross a couple of beaver dams before I get to Mole Lake. Big ridge. Big cliff all the way along the one side. Look at all the water lilies here. The sun's almost trying to come out. I'm almost at Mole Lake, I think. I'm kind of stuck right now on a beaver dam, trying to haul myself over. Halfway there. If I can keep my perch on this skinny mucky dam, I can haul it over. Woohoo! Welcome to Mole Lake. Straight across there's the other portage. Goes into Gouda Lake. There's 2 campsites on that lake, and that portage is over 700 meters. And there's the other campsite is right on that portage. This says it's the 20-meter portage, but there's a campsite on this portage too, but I don't know where the portage goes because I never found it. I just paddled through a whole lot of beaver dams and wood, climbed over wood and slid over logs. Anyways, there's a path here, and this little wee yellow sign says that's where the portage goes. Now, I followed every path I could find, and it doesn't take you anywhere. This says the portage goes that way. Up that nice little path, there's a thunderbox, and no path beyond that. So I hope if I'm up there one time, there's nobody come up there thinking that's the portage, because it's not. So I'm down here amongst the big white pines and red pines. Down the hill. It's a little lake, it's pretty. Been cloudy and gray all day, but no rain. It's supposed to be sunny and warm tomorrow. Maybe I'll finally get for a swim. So, last campsite I found a bee's hive in a hole close to where I tied the tarp, and I found some garbage in this foot of this tree, but I'm not getting any closer because there's a bee's hive inside that corner of the tree, and of course I'm tied to it. I'm gonna have to move slow and careful because it's very close to the fire pit. Oh boy. I got one sting yesterday, don't want to get another one. But I got a nice big living area under this big tarp. My hammock's all wet from yesterday. Hopefully it dries out. I got everything hung up here and there trying to dry out. My umbrella was soaked. So I know you're going to say that my tarp is too close to the fire, but I don't have that one corner tied off. I'll tie it off tonight, and then it'll be right over the fire pit, but I never have a big fire. I'm just going to cook with it, and when I'm done with the fire, I'll tie up that corner. It's still good, it's still good. We should dry out. But it's a nice little site. I found the perfect tree to hang up the food bag. Down a little path over here. Well, I was hunting down all the little paths trying to figure out where this portage goes, but can't figure it out. Anyways, nice little path down here. You look at these trees, there's not too many branches to hang anything from. But down this tiny wee path, if you can see it here, found a nice red pine that actually has a good branch. Didn't take me too many tries. So there's my rope. Nice branches. And even if this was the portage, it doesn't go around anything. There's the McCarthy Creek down there. There's a bunch of logs I had to slide and crawl over. I think I climbed over 7 beaver dams. Took a wrong turn at one point and climbed over 3 beaver dams I didn't have to, so I had to climb back over them to find out where I was supposed to be. I finally made it here. Pretty little lake. I'm just sitting here enjoying the sun. It's finally come out. When it was rainy and dark last night, there was a million mosquitoes. Today there's no mosquitoes since the sun's out, but there's deer flies. A little annoying. Gonna have to get my bug net out. My hand is itchy. And the bee sting yesterday is itchy today. Yesterday it was burning a little bit, but today it's just itchy. Lots of bugs in the bush. It's still beautiful to be out here. So glad the sun's out, can dry everything off. Okay, I have to show you how I've hung my food bag down this nice little path, because while I was tying it up, I found a good little thing. Anyways, this is a perfect tree. Ooh. Nice and high, far away from other trees, far away from the trunk. I tied it up to this tree because it had little notches. It's easy to keep it steady while you tie it up. Down here at the base of the tree, I found sweetgale. Sweetgale grows along all the shores practically everywhere. You can make tea out of the sweetgale leaves, but down here is a relative, and this is Labrador tea. The difference is the leaves between the sweetgale here and the Labrador tea. Sweetgale's kind of shiny, a little bit shiny, and the Labrador tea is really velvety underneath. You just feel it. It feels so velvety. But you can make a tea out of both of those plants. Good vitamin C. Now the sun is shining and it's just beautiful. On the creek when I paddled up, there was flowers. Unbelievable flowers along the shore. Just gorgeous. Bright sunny morning. I'm just entering McCarthy Creek, which is really hard to figure out if I hadn't come this way yesterday. I'm stuck in this tiny wee narrow spot. I could never find any portage. It says there's a 20-meter portage, but this is the muddy area I have to slide through. It's not too hard with my little tiny solo canoe, but I don't know how a bigger canoe would make it. You'd have to do a lot of hauling. Anyways, there's no portage that I could find. Heading down there, windy till I get back to Booth Lake. So pretty with all the cattails and the dew on the grasses. The trees. Just everything is beautiful. Well, maybe except that deer fly that's on my hand right now. Well, that's the fourth beaver dam I've had to get out and haul myself over already this morning. I don't think I have too many more before I get to the bigger boggier area where it's just flowing. It's a pretty morning. Made it to Booth Lake. I'm on the big island facing the little bay. Don't have a clear view of the big part of the lake, but this is nice landing on this nice little beach. Easy to get out. Nice big campsite. Beautiful, huge white pine trees. There's some cedar in here too, and red pine of course, but just gorgeous big white pines. Got all set up in here. Had a huge lunch. Of course, my chocolate covered almonds for dessert. But actually, I had dessert first. Nice ledge here. Nice bench. Look at that big log. Good fire pit. All set up under here. Big trees to hang it from. I got a gorgeous view. Lots of space under there, but thankfully it doesn't look like rain today. It's gorgeous. Went swimming. Look at that blue water, blue sky. Wow. Beautiful. Just everything's beautiful. Hey, what a beautiful afternoon. There's many beautiful campsites on Booth Lake. On the one shore there's all sand beaches, but this one doesn't really have much of a sand beach, but it's gorgeous. Huge white pines and a couple of really big red pines and cedars. All kinds of places back behind me to go exploring for kids, I guess. But it's an island, so you don't want to go too far and find somebody else's thunderbox. The thunderbox for this site is way, way back, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. But it's beautiful, just beautiful today. Good morning. Sun's up. I'm sort of up. Couple of little frogs in there. Arrowhead's still blooming, so pretty. There, my tarps are mostly packed. Well, not really, it's all piled up here. I can take my time. It's my last morning. I don't have that far to go, and Doug will pick me up this afternoon. I'm not in a hurry to find a new campsite, so I'm just sitting here making my breakfast down here. I'm trying to protect it from the wind. Anyways, it's cooked and I'm eating. I bring mostly dehydrated foods. It's easy, or mixes like this bannock. There's a big bench over there too. That was fun for packing stuff in the bags. But these trees are so tall and beautiful. I see that blue sky with little bits of cloud. It's a pretty day. The sun is shining real bright on the water. But I'm not going for a little bit, so the sun will be soon at my back, I think, while I'm paddling. So gorgeous. It's a breeze, but I only got little lakes to go today. I'm at the smaller end of Booth Lake, so it shouldn't be difficult. My little Serenity down there is pretty good in the wind when I'm loaded with all my gear anyway. Beautiful day. Come out and see. I have time this morning to just take my time, so look at this big ridge. It's pretty steep. It doesn't look steep, I know, on the camera, but that's really high. Just took a little walk around. My last campsite on Mole Lake was low maintenance. You wouldn't wonder if anybody was ever there, but I could hardly find any wood. There's sticks and pine cones and all manner of size of wood. I could sell it to the other campsites. I guess everybody on Booth Lake goes for the beach sites, but this is beautiful. It's way big, tall ridge. I've already come up a high bit. Show you the path here. Somebody's been here making a path. Pretty nice. Haven't even seen chipmunks at this site. Which is really weird because they're usually in my plate helping themselves. See how high I've already come up. And the path takes you up. Goes way up. Pretty cool. All kinds of beauty everywhere. Just lovely. Love the big rocks and massive trees. Spectacular. There's the campsite down there, fire pit. Head back down and see if I can pack up some more stuff. Just have to show you again these big, big white pines here. But I have to show you something else that's not so big. There's another big, tall white pine. But at the base is beauty. Like I'm telling you, you have to look and see. There's beauty everywhere. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? The Creator sure made a lot of beauty and so much variety. How can you better know the Creator other than being out in His beautiful creation?